Hello and welcome to TechRaptor reacting to the upcoming PlayStation State of Play. This is going to be PlayStation showing off 20 minutes worth of updates on games previously announced, indie titles, and PlayStation VR 2 titles. My name is Andrew Stretch. I am the Senior Content Manager over here at TechRaptor, and joining me today is
Christian Buckley, social lead, Pokemon Apprentice to Master Stretch.
yeah, so this is a busy day. We got some casual Wednesday announcements yesterday for all of this. I wasn't able to chat with you about Nintendo before, but we did have a Nintendo Direct earlier today. Just, to spend a few moments on it before we start to talk about what we are hoping for, what we are expecting out of this PlayStation State of Play. How did you find the conference?
Well, first off, I thought it was nice to have both of these in one day, since we're kind of like E3 is dead, and this was a nice
I
little
think our news
flashback.
editor would very severely disagree.
Well, sure, but from a face, from like my job right
Yeah.
now is reacting. Great content, Um, I thought the Nintendo Direct, I've had a feeling the past few days since the buzz was here
Mhm.
that this was going to be like probably the last Direct of the Switch exclusive era. Like the next time we get a full blown 40-minute general, not dedicated to a single game or like a mini or a partner thing, we'll have seen what the next Nintendo hardware looks like. And seeing the games that were showcased today, I thought as a presentation, it was snappy. They didn't hang on anything
Mhm.
too long. But for what they were showing, I was like, yeah, this is the end of the Switch.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could tell you were so excited for Mario versus Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I know you're a huge Mario VDK fan.
Well, here's the thing there. Like, everybody tells me Donkey Kong 94 is incredible, right? And I've never played that because it came out 3 years before I was born. But
Jesus Christ.
Mario versus Donkey Kong, at least it doesn't have the stupid minis as like your
Mhm.
like
It's no
gameplay.
longer Lemmings.
Yes. So like if it looks like a little fun little spin on classic Donkey Kong, I'll give it a shot, but not for $50. I looked on the eShop after that. I was like, oh boy, I'm good.
It kind of it kind of looks like if you ask me what the genre, I would say puzzle platformer, but no, what not what you think.
Yeah. I mean, because the other thing is, we recently got a GBA remake with Advance Wars, right? And
Mhm.
Advance Wars is confirmed to be coming to the NSO sub. So like at that point, I would probably just wait for them to put the original GBA Mario versus Donkey Kong on there, and I'll play that.
Yeah, that could also definitely work.
So
Yeah, we had a lot of Mario representation because we had, um, Luigi's Mansion, WarioWare, Princess Peach, new game where
mhm.
she gets outfit changes. That looks
Yeah,
awesome.
that's cool.
Mario versus DK, the final characters and DLC tracks for Mario Kart 8. Did I miss anything? Did I say Luigi's Mansion 2? Oh, and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
And Super Mario RPG, there was an update on that too.
True. Yep. So there was 8 large Mario related announcements. We got F-Zero 99, which is a monkey paw wish if
I'll
if
say
ever there was one.
I was able to squeeze in like one round of that, and it was kind of fun. I like Tetris 99
Okay.
a lot, but I've never been an F Zero guy, so maybe that's it. But I was like, hey, there's something here. It's like Death Race.
Yeah, just bite-sized fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was earlier today. Nintendo will push to the side. I believe that we already have a video up on YouTube of you reacting to all of that.
Yes.
So if you want to catch your reactions to that live, you can go ahead and wait until after this and then go back to check out what Christian thought of that. But talking about PlayStation, they've explicitly stated they've set expectations, games previously announced, indie, PSVR 2. What are the thoughts? What's hitting the rumor scene?
So the other thing they also mentioned that I had to go on the PlayStation blog to see is major third-party titles.
Interesting.
So, um, the thing that seems to be in the rumor sphere is a certain game with some clouds. We saw Mallow this morning, but today I think we're gonna see one
Yeah,
Mr. Strife.
definitely Dark Cloud 4.
Dark Cloud 4 call rut.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, Otten's in the chat saying Final Fantasy IX remake. Close, I guess, but no, a different
Nine,
FFR.
nine remake would be pretty hype.
Yeah. The rumor is Seven Rebirth shows up here.
Okay.
Snitch popped back up on Twitter, was also alluding to maybe a release date for this game.
Okay. Yeah, sure, Snitch.
Uh,
I don't know. That's the whole situation with snitches has gotten
yeah.
weird.
Um, the seemingly implied release date for Seven Rebirth from that Twitter account said like once every 4 years comes around, and it was like, oh, well, in winter, because that's still the release date window we were given from Square. Winter has a leap year this year, so February 29th could be a potential release date.
Ooh. That would be a pretty interesting and big play guess.
Yeah. Which I think both of us are excited for that game, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so if that does show up here, I think that automatically gives it a good bump in terms of what we're even doing here today, you know?
Oh, Owen in the chat also makes a fantastic point that maybe we'll see some Resident Evil 4 DLC.
Yes. Because I forgot about that until like 15 minutes ago. Um, we're on the cusp of October, basically, halfway through September. Resident Evil 4, huge release earlier this year. I was hoping they would have the Ada Separate Ways campaign, and it's coming, but now would be a great time to show that off, and I think that also qualifies as major third-party game. Previously
Capcom
announced it's
normally
out.
has a pretty sizable presence. If they also talk about like PSVR2 features um, related to Resident Evil, I know that they've been huge fans. I reckon something like the Resident Evil light gun games,
Mm-hmm.
like the Umbrella Chronicles, would probably be a really fun addition for PSVR2.
Sure,
You know,
yeah.
if there's one way you can beef up a light gun game, it's be in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be fun. I know. I don't know if this was released or shown with the Village VR stuff, but I think since Village added Mercenaries, like that was included as a PSVR thing. Um,
Mhm.
so I would love to
People
see
can
that.
finally live out their dream of being Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, I think Resident Evil 4 VR is also probably a safe bet too, because we're
Yeah,
due for an update on that.
yeah, yeah.
And I'll throw this in there as well. This is not rumored. It's just something that people are starting to expect to show up at one of these shows in the near future. Are you a big Monster Hunter guy at all?
I'm a pretty sizable Monster Hunter guy. I've been enjoying Monster Hunter Now, which released yesterday. If you want to check out our review in progress, Scrappy, our features editor, published his preliminary thoughts after like five 5 or 6 days with the game, but looking forward to seeing how the microtransactions really play out in the long run.
So people have begun to start questioning, is it time for Monster Hunter World 2? And I think it
Mm,
is because the what do they call them? Massive expansions like Iceborne and
yeah,
Sunbreak for Rise. Rise, I'm pretty sure is like content done, even with the expansion. So like the next Monster Hunter is due. We are well into the PS5 generation. I am positive there's going to be a follow up to Monster Hunter World for how successful that was. Rise, I loved. I liked more some of Rise more than World personally, but um, it did not make the same splash nearly as World did
yeah,
because it was an exclusive for a certain period of time on the Switch. And by the time it came to the PS5, it's like, oh, it's old news. Also,
yeah.
like, it's a game
I mean,
built for Switch, so
yeah, in the nicest way possible, World really opened up Monster Hunter for the normies.
yeah,
Because I mean, we have seen it go from such a tiny niche franchise on the PS2 and PSP, and the popularity has not only exploded but continue to explode. Capcom is in such a incredible place right now, like where people talk about BioWare being like the thing with like Dragon Age and Mass Effect and stuff going on all at the same time. I really think that Capcom is in their new heyday right now.
Yeah.
Very exciting to see. I've just reached out to my friend who is the biggest Monster Hunter fan that I know to see whether there are any murmurs in the community.
Yeah. I mean, I
Reaching out
loved
to reporters in the field.
I loved World, and I would love to see how a follow up looks on PS5. Like, I'm sure that game is going to be very, very pretty. Um,
He says, I said, any heat about Monster Hunter World 2? He said, not that I've seen. Should there be? I said, nah, just checking.
yeah, because I mean, like you're saying with Capcom, though, like there could be a lot of Capcom here with everything we talked about already. Street Fighter 6 is out. Like, is it a character reveal time? Like, I know Exoprimal's supposed to get that Ryu skin. Like, Ryu and Ken, I think. Or, no, Ryu and Guile. Dragon's Dogma has been popping up this year. So, like, there's a lot of things that could show up from Capcom. Do you think there's anything besides Capcom from the third party realm? I know we talked about Square briefly with Seven Rebirth, but anything else from them?
um, hmm. In terms of big stuff, I mean, everyone's always going to be on some level of copium for Silk Song. But I reckon if we're going to see that, that'll probably be at something Xbox related because it is a day one title. Otten in
People.
chat throws in the Half-Life Alex.
Sure.
That is the VR app. And at the moment, I think for the PSVR 2, they launched strong with Horizon, and then they got Beat Saber with the last presentation, but maintaining momentum with VR is a difficult thing to do. I think Arizona Sunshine 2 was also at the last one. Um, but it's kind of crazy when we're talking about games previously announced or indie. It's like
Yeah.
your mind goes everywhere. With PSVR 2, it's like Alex, and that's kind of where we're at. I guess they could port that Kingdom Hearts technical demo experience.
Yeah, I mean, I did that and I cried on my PSVR 1 headset. you know, I mean, I know they said the focus is third party and like partners and indie and stuff like that, but
Mhm.
I am still baffled that we are however many months deep with the PSVR 2, what, 8 now almost? Uh, and they still have not brought over the best PSVR game, Astrobot Rescue Mission. Like,
Will we see a sequel?
even honestly, even a port of that first one, because like I thought Playroom was cute on my PS5. I had fun with that, but genuinely, outside of Tetris Effect, Astro's Playroom, no Astrobot Rescue Mission, really like solidified that purchase for me with the original PSVR. And even if it's just like a port or maybe like a few extra levels, I feel like you'll placate the community right now who's very, very scared that this thing is going the way of the Vita.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got the new PSP. Do we think that they'll talk about any of the features or show the? No, I mean that wouldn't make sense for them to do. They've only got 20 minutes. We keep talking like grand aspirations.
Yeah.
I'm over here about to be like, oh my god, do you reckon we'll get some Kingdom Hearts 4? No, they've only got 20 minutes. This isn't going to be big. I'm not
So
gonna. We shouldn't be shooting for the moon with this one.
I do think it's 27. I saw a tweet that I could be wrong about, but in the same because they did like an updated tweet, uh, maybe like 2 hours ago that I think said 27 minutes, and they also confirmed that we will be seeing Helldivers 2 here. That's getting an update because that's also due for release this fall, and we don't have a date on that yet.
Looks like from 8 minutes ago, they tweeted out State of Play starts in 10 minutes with more than 20 minutes of updates on previously
Okay,
announced games coming to PlayStation consoles.
cool.
So I do enjoy that they're setting expectations.
Yes.
Because otherwise you've got idiots like me blowing off the chain. Yep, Helldivers 2 gameplay definitely is going to be part of it.
Well, let me fuel the fire a little bit more because last year we did get one
Do
of
it.
these state of plays, right? And I believe they also was like, oh, third party focus, and it ended with I think it was a final trailer or it was like a big trailer for God of War Ragnarok.
Hmm.
So like, there's a chance that they sprinkle in a little Spider-Man 2, you know?
Oh yeah. Hopefully, we'll all get 19 inches of venom.
Um, do you think we see any more PlayStation PC ports today? There's been rumors about a Horizon Forbidden West complete
Yeah,
edition.
I could definitely see them dropping that in a little interstitial. Maybe it's probably not going to be a play it today,
Yeah,
but it'll probably be a out in 3 months kind of thing.
yeah. I'm surprised they're going to the Horizon from last year as like a relatively soon PC port, and there's still like Ghost of Tsushima outstanding uh, from 2020. Same thing with Last of Us Part 2. Like that's untouched.
My guess would be that this isn't that like they're having an issue with those other games. My guess would be that they have, cottoned on to the fact of like, oh fuck, we can maintain momentum.
Mm,
Um, and if they release this here, this from last year, and then they release the PC port, and then they've had the DLC. If they maybe do some more DLC, it lets them keep Horizon in the cultural zeitgeist for as long as possible,
fair.
until we get whatever the third Horizon game is, where I don't know, Aloy goes to Europe. Why not?
Oh, I don't think that's where she's going. I've never played that game, but I can tell you they are shooting for the stars with that third game.
Oh, okay.
So,
We just had timer show up on my screen starting in 4 minutes 44 seconds.
nice. Yeah, I got blasted with audio on that. I had to turn that down a little bit. Chat, let me know. I'll bump the stream audio a little higher once the actual presentation starts, but let me know if you need it louder or quieter. Got a lot of a countdown to a countdown.
Yep.
Really 3 vibes.
So we've talked Resident Evil, we've talked Monster Hunter. I don't know what other indie PlayStation darlings are we waiting for?
There's a great independent developer I love named Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
He's been cooking something. He's been posting pictures of a premiere timeline for a while. Technically, that's a third-party partner making a first-party game. So like,
Yeah.
TGS is soon. So is he saving it for there? He's been cooking though.
Yeah, I mean he tends to do his stuff at publisher things.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see it being something at TGS. We know that Xbox has a TGS show as well,
Mhm.
but Xbox is working with Kojima on a different production.
Yes.
So it could be that if this is where he does Death Stranding, then it could be that Xbox's TGS showcase, which I think is next weekend,
I believe
or
so.
next week, would be something else entirely.
Mhm.
Trying to pull up. We've got Sandland, the upcoming game from Bandai Namco.
Mhm. Do you think we got an update on any of the Konami projects that have been announced this year, like Silent Hill 2 or those other Silent Hill games or the Snake Eater Delta, anything?
I could see Silent Hill. I don't think that I would expect much out of Snake Eater though.
Or, you know, I believe the last PlayStation show was when we got the Metal Gear stuff finally from Konami. I believe the PlayStation show before that is when we got the Silent Hill stuff. This is third in line. Is it time for a Castlevania project? Because I think that was in the rumor sphere of that last year's E3. Konami was supposed to show up like big with all their core big franchises, and we've seen 2 of them now. October's next month. There's a new Castlevania show starting at the end of this month on Netflix. So like, is it Castlevania's time to get a little game demo?
Get a bit of love.
Yeah.
I mean, can we throw Mega Man a bone, please? I love all of the collections. That's great. Can we like, or like, can we get like a Mega Man Legends collection?
Cool.
At this point they're out of other Mega Man games to port.
Hey, they got the Star Force on the DS still.
No, those were announced.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. That's cool though. I watched that show for a bit.
Oh no, maybe it was just the Battle Network. Yeah, Mega Man Battle Network plus Star Force Collection.
Oh, Star Force was
That's-
included in that? I didn't know that. That's cool.
Maybe not.
But I mean, I can see them throw Mega Man Legends on the PlayStation Classics because it was on the PS3 Classics, you know, and they got that. They gotta throw some value in that $140 a year subscription, 160 whatever it is. But I'm gonna just throw it out there. Either here or TGS, I do think it's time for a Kingdom Hearts 4 update.
It's about the mobile game coming out soon too, right?
Yeah. That's what, isn't that like Pokemon Go? Kind of like you walk. It's like a GPS game that gives you like battles.
I think so. I want to say yes. Yeah, it looks like you're right. By the way, the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection is only Battle Network, not Star Force.
Cool.
So it gets a little bit before that.
We got 2 more franchises for Mega Man then.
Yeah, and I bet that they're gonna pick anything but Legends.
Mega Man Soccer is next, and then it's gonna be.
Oh God.
Right,
okay, we are starting 5 minutes late. Let's
cranking
go.
up this audio a bit.
Immediately have no clue.
Gross.
That's a quap walk.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I so think you're correct.
Okay. Well. Yeah, that might be a problem. Okay.
Christ.
It says Squanch Games vibes.
I don't know, how can you tell without Justin Roiland voicing every character?
It's the fact that there's a constant stream of dialogue.
Okay.
You're so right though. If you call this as a Squanch Games,
I apologize if I'm right.
Oh, that sucks.
It's gonna be built in the Unity engine too. Let's just throw out all the cursed factors. They just fall down the cliff. That works.
All right. Oh yeah. Post. All right.
And then watch this be even more
Okay,
disorienting in VR.
And oh, God damn it.
Mate, are you okay?
He did it. He got over it.
Oh, hey, Mike. No. That's sad. I was just taking a break from my run. The road's out.
Yeah, road's out, but no worries. Grapple points.
Grapple
See?
point. Oh, just grapple. I'll grapple it.
Yeah, just grapple with a grappling hook.
Oh, yeah, I'll just grapple that fucker with my grappling hook.
Yeah, no worries. Just grapple that fucker.
I'll just grapple that fucker.
This was written in a Squanch Games lab.
Well, Salada.
Oh, Solana.
It has big. We'll go to Bendigo Morty.
Yeah, all right. I'll just pull out
Energy.
my grappling hook. Well, I don't know
I
where.
can't believe we're still on this.
This is impressive. I kind of love the dedication to the bit as we are 3.5 minutes in with zero explanation. Baby steps.
If you thought people hated walking through Death Stranding,
This is skateboarding too.
it's Bennett.
Game by
Foddy.
Bennett Foddy.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sean Benson. Here at PlayStation, our team
Summer
is always on the
2024
lookout for
PS5.
creative, inspiring, and original games to bring to PlayStation players around the world. We are constantly canvassing game development studios as we search for the next exciting idea. And as you
New
just
face
saw,
also for one
Baby
of these.
Steps is a great example
think
of
this
the
is the first
innovative
state of play
spirit that
without
we're
the,
looking for. In today's state of
like,
play,
lady
we've
doing
got a wide
headlines, like,
variety of
"Here's
games
a
to
look
share
at
with
this."
you. My hope is
Yeah.
that these demonstrate the
It's-
diversity of
it's
experiences
it's
coming
such
to
a shitty
PlayStation
thing
consoles
to have
and
to say
PSVR
that
2.
Good job,
On that
PlayStation,
note,
for
I'm very excited
having
to welcome
female
PlayStation players to
representation in their
Roblox.
presentations.
This infinite variety
Like,
of
not-
3D immersive
not that it's a shitty thing
experiences
that
is
they're
making the
doing
jump
it,
to
but that
PS4
it's a shitty
on
thing that
October
it needs
10th.
to be. It needs to be
Roblox
commended.
features full cross-platform support, so you can join
Roblox
66
coming to
million daily
PS4.
active users across PC,
Sure.
mobile, and other platforms. We can't wait for you to
The
explore
hell was
millions
that?
of
What is happening in
experiences together,
Roblox?
and to see what you create.
Oh yeah, no, Roblox has.
All right,
Roblox
let's dive in.
is
Starting with
insane
a
now.
look at two great games coming to
You
PlayStation
can even
VR
date
2.
in it.
Okay, VR2. Whoa, I'm muting the stream. Was this one of the ones that have released on Oculus already? Quest, sorry.
I don't know.
I feel like there's like 3 Ghostbuster VR games. There's like the asymmetrical thing. I don't know if that was ever VR, actually, but...
Yep, I just looked up, and this is in fact Ghostbusters: Ride of the Ghost Lord, which is coming to MetaQuest as well on Quest 2 and MetaQuest Pro.
You
So-
see, I don't know how you feel about the whole VR thing, but I feel that if I was in the market, I would get the wireless one that's getting all of these games as well, and is a little cheaper,
Yeah.
and doesn't require a console. Okay, audio's coming back.
Get ready for the next licensed soundtrack. Is this Blair Witch? Yeah. This is heavy Bloober Team
No
vibes.
fucking way.
Oh no, that's 4, right?
I was muted. I muted my mic for a second. I promise I called
Oh.
this.
Yeah, this is 4.
Yeah. And I mean, it looks like they did what the Quest team did, and they just made the entire game playable,
Yep.
Think you can swallow me whole, huh?
which is like a great sell.
It still pisses me off when I learned about how there is no backstory with that guy who has massive backstory hatred of Leon.
They made a movie.
Yeah, they made a movie half a decade after the game came out.
Oh, separate ways?
Owen called it in chat, separate ways.
This is
Or
Condor 1.
another way.
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Reinstalling
I'm
10
seeing increased movement from Los Eliminados. Don't get careless.
Copy. Ada out. What
Separate Ways is
terrible
such a good,
actions will be done in its name,
like,
and who will pay its dark cost?
it's basically a separate campaign, like a full campaign.
Find Lewis.
I just remember
Fetch
all
me
the
the
hatred
hammer.
for Ada's VO.
Have you
Lester.
changed, Ada? Or are you just trying to use me again?
Because in this world, someone always pays.
There's someone who needs my help.
Best not to ask who or why.
October, right?
It's
Give me
what I
October.
researched for all these years, Ada. And I see the symptoms already showing in your eyes.
Oh, wow.
Oh damn, next Thursday.
Hell yeah.
A week. And they're coming to Mercenaries, that makes sense.
I think the Mercenaries
There we go.
leaked.
Big Capcom.
Yeah.
Big Capcom news for the VR front. I feel like Capcom is the one that is doing the best support for PSVR 2.
Yeah.
I am Na'vi.
I'm so excited for Far Cry Avatar.
are what I made you!
I was abducted by the RDA and trained in their ways. For 15 years.
Like,
they
I think I'm
kept
about
me
to build a
from my
gaming
world
PC, and I'm
my
gonna have it
people.
done for this. Like, it's
Wait.
gonna be flexing.
You have the mark. You
This-
are sorry.
This game is still worrying me because I feel like we've seen a
The
whole
poor
bunch
child knows
of like the
nothing of
look
our
and the
ways.
story, but
Let
aside
whole
from like
Be a refuge from your burden.
aside from Pandora
I
Far
must
Cry,
seek
I
those
know
who can
nothing
teach
else
me
about the
the
gameplay.
ways of the
What if I told
Na'vi
you I think that's it?
and help me reconnect with my world?
probably going to mean that I will take a pass or wait until it's on Game Pass or something.
I mean, it is launching into the Ubisoft subscription, so I was thinking probably doing that.
Oh. Yeah, that's actually really smart.
Yeah. Like, I love a good Ubisoft checklist once in a while, and it's been a few years since I played a Far Cry game. Like, I've skipped the last like 3, so going back for Avatar, like, sure.
I'm probably planning on picking up the new Assassin's Creed, so I think that's going to be my Ubisoft checklist for the immediate future.
For sure, yeah. It does look like visually great.
I will not
Oh
allow
yeah,
the RDA
game looks
to destroy
gorgeous,
this land.
without a doubt.
This is my home.
Just as like RDA and checkpoints and investigate and take out the outposts and instill other Navi. My eyes glaze over. I hate it. I hate that my eyes glaze over.
And I will protect Pandora.
Sivako. Yeah, I also just love the movies, so like I'm down to just do this.
Oh, the movie
We need him, Connor.
Well, movies are fantastic.
We need him stronger. Faster. Better equipped.
I forget the name of this game.
Is it Ghost Runner?
Yeah. The speed runs of Ghost Runner are incredible.
Yeah.
We need him ready.
Demo today. Cool.
That's fun. So I'd be like, oh my god, is this Returnal? No, it's just a PlayStation ad.
I know, I was like, what is that? Like Flesh Tunnel? God.
Oh man, you haven't heard about Flesh Tunnel coming out in 3 weeks? Oh, it's gonna be so good. I really enjoyed Sinew Hallway that the developers released 4 years ago. This is gonna be like a real improvement though.
Is this a new line of controllers?
I guess so. Controllers and faceplates. Arctic Blue and Lava Red and Apple Space Gray.
Make your classic colorway one and I'll buy it. Deep Earth?
Yeah, make it gray. What was that reaction to? This is Helldiver 2.
I'm Johan Pilestad, CEO
Shoots
and
and
creative
bugs.
director at Arrowhead Game Studios.
Played a bit of that first one, I
today
liked it a
I'm
lot.
pleased to share an extended look at Helldivers 2. We're starting on the
Very
ship's
different
bridge,
game, though.
preparing to select
Yeah,
our
wasn't
mission
that like
from
the
galactic war map.
isometric twin stick shooter?
Once cleared
Yeah.
for mission engagement,
It was
it's time to go
absolutely
into
like
your hell
a
pod
looter
and
shmup
prepare for
top-down.
planetfall.
Yeah.
Today we join a squad on one of the many planets in the galaxy, set on an important
Yo, when
mission
you're
to
marketing
eliminate
to
a
people and
deadly
you're
bile titan.
trying to sell them on the idea of having a job to be a Helldiver, why would you call the thing that they drop in a Hell pod?
Titan.
Is that
I
not
think
just
it's this
gonna
way.
scare people away from the job?
I think
Okay, I'm covering you
you
on the
gotta
right.
hit them with like a hell yeah brother, and then they'll be like, oh yeah,
We're covering your rear.
I'm down.
Oh, who
Oh,
had
there's
who
lots
had
of them.
gamer lingo
I'm
on
switching to
their
flame
bingo
thrower.
board?
That's crazy.
Oh god, no, it's the bile titan! Oh, I died.
It's 2023.
Reinforcing. Oof, I have to run.
Where's the connectimal? We need the connectimal.
I will say
Alright,
there was
I'm back.
one where it worked
Can
for
you
me,
guys take him out with the
like this
recoilless?
type of thing.
Yeah, I'll try to take him down from the side.
One of the
Reload
Sea of
my,
Thieves shows,
recoilless.
like before the game
On it.
came out, they had people like actually like
Oh, I got enemies on my
playing
back as
together
well.
on some like video
there's
that
a
stuff together,
charger
but it was like real.
I'm gonna take out the
cams.
root commander.
He's
Okay.
charging me.
This though,
Take
no.
out the charger with a recoilless.
Yeah,
Alright.
this is.
Reload
They are doing this recording in a
I'm gonna
video
thin out the crowd a
studio
little bit.
after someone has perfectly cut
There
this
are a lot of
gameplay
them
together and written dialogue for them.
My
Reminds
Garda
me
is
about,
taking
like,
care of
Division 1
the little ones.
trailer.
Oh,
I'm throwing out the strafing
Yeah.
run to try to take out the small guys.
Gotta get the lead gamer.
no, you killed me.
Oh. I'm sorry. One small death for the Helldivers.
Reinforcing.
This does look fun though. Like
Okay,
I feel
should
like
we
I have a
do
good time playing
something?
with friends.
Should we strategize?
It looks silly,
I'm drawing
frantic.
his attention.
Alright, I don't think I have an option. We need to throw in the 500 kilogram bomb. Throwing it out.
Oh god, he's coming for me.
Getting out of the way.
There
Okay, there we go.
Good job.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Well done, Helldivers. Another win for Super Earth. After each successful
Hoorah.
mission, players are rewarded for their efforts, allowing them to upgrade their ship,
That was a good
weapons, armor, and stratagems, giving them the edge in the many battles to come. I hope you enjoyed seeing a glimpse of just one of the many missions and planets the game has to offer. Now go out there and spread managed democracy.
Nice to see a. Oh, was that 3 players? I was gonna say nice to see a 4-player co-op game again, but oh, that got delayed. I think that was set for this year. So they just lied.
This is Brian Intihar, Senior Creative Director at Insomniac Games.
I mean,
thank you for all of your amazing feedback to our demo at the
It's
showcase
their-
earlier this year.
it's their presentation.
Marvel
They're
Spider-Man
allowed
2 is
to
filled
make
with
shit
an
up.
amazing story and story missions. But today I'm here to provide you with a first look at how the open world experience is evolving
Some of that was
and how the
definitely
game's
footage
built to
that
take
we've seen
full
before,
advantage
though.
of the PlayStation 5. The first thing you
Got a tech
notice
demo?
is that our city has nearly doubled in size with the addition of 2 iconic New York boroughs, Queens and Brooklyn. And we've introduced the web wings, an entirely new mechanic that, when combined with web swinging, allows you to traverse the city in a whole new way and at faster speeds than ever before. Whether it's a neighborhood backdrop of Queens
just
or the
prototype
fireworks
now.
that light up the sky over Coney Island, exploring these areas will feel much different than the towering skyscrapers of Manhattan, while also delivering memorable locales like Peter Parker's old stomping grounds in Midtown High and Miles Morales' current place of learning, Brooklyn Visions Academy.
Hey, Miles, what's up?
Speaking of our heroes,
having spent
Marvel
so much time
Spider-Man
in it
2 will introduce the
IRL.
ability to switch between the 2 wall crawlers in the open world. And, thanks to the power of the PlayStation 5, you can make that switch almost instantly.
Dude, that's some GTA
Delivering
5
a bigger
stuff.
city and playing as not one, but 2
Switch to
spider
Frank
heroes
when
were
he's on his
big
phone.
goals for Marvel Spider-Man 2. But this time around, it was equally important to provide a greater sense of exploration and discovery. As you progress through the main story, a number of new activities and storylines will become available. The majority of those will now be represented by visual cues in the world that grab your attention, such as a flock of crazy
just
flying
flying at
drones
that
circling a building.
It's like the
mysterious
Matrix
symbol
tech
projected into
demo
the sky,
for
or even an
UE5.
unfamiliar spider bot ping emitting from one of the rooftops. Many activities, like the hunter's cloaked blinds that overlook the Big Apple, lead to even greater challenges, yet yield worthy rewards and new information about Marvel's greatest hunter, Kraven. Others will lead to a climactic showdown with Marvel villains not yet seen in the Spider-Man universe. The Spider Heroes have new AR tech in the lenses of their masks, providing a quick glimpse of activities already discovered, or helping locate new ones yet to be revealed. You can always refer to the upgraded
is
Friendly
going
Neighborhood Spider-Man app
alarmingly
to quickly
fast
track
for
nearby
me to
areas of
retain any of
interest.
this.
The app will also include incoming requests from those who call Marvel's New York home. Some will ask for either Spider Hero to help, while others, like the students of Brooklyn Visions calling upon Miles, will require you to put on the mask of a specific hero. All these activities, including crimes you stop from the game's various enemy factions, also now feed into the new District Progress system, which even provides more rewards and unlocks our brand new fast travel system. As you can see here, the PlayStation 5 and its SSD means you can move across the city with very little downtime.
That was very
Finally,
fast.
the more city you explore and the more activities you complete, the more
But
ways you'll be able to
also,
customize your Spider Hero.
This is back
includes
into the
mastering
whole
additional combat abilities
marketing
and traversal skills,
for the PlayStation
acquiring
5
and improving gadgets,
with a good enough
upgrading to the
SSD.
new suit tech system, and of
the
course,
PC port
unlocking additional
in
Spider
2
suits.
years is going to be
And
doing
we're
the
talking
same
lots
thing.
and lots of suits. Marvel Spider-Man 2 will feature over 65 suits from the comics, movies, and
Show the
multiple original
Tokusatsu
designs.
suit.
And thanks to the all-new suit style system,
That was
you'll
the
now have more
Spider-Man
than 200
3
different ways to outfit your
Maguire
friendly
one.
neighborhood Spider-Man. On behalf of Insomniac Games, we couldn't be
Ooh.
more excited about what this expanded city
The
has
suits
to
and then
offer,
colors on the
and all
suits
the
as
new
well.
ways you'll experience Marvel's New York. We look forward to seeing you swinging around in
Spider-Man
Marvel Spider-Man
99.
2 when it launches October 20th.
Is it wild
only
to
on
say this is
PlayStation
the
5.
first time I've been excited by a trailer for this game? I love that first Spider-Man game, but this is the first one that was like.
I mean, they nailed it so hardcore with the first one.
Yeah.
That it's just like it's good. But like I'm going to play it.
Yeah, same. That's how I feel.
Haven't needed to get excited.
One year has passed since the end of the great conflict between Dana and Rena.
Tales of Arise 2.
And so, our journey continues.
Wait, is it actually?
There she is!
Yeah.
Don't let her get away! After her!
The gang's all here.
I'm reading our Slack, and Giuseppe immediately spotted it. And I trust him when it comes
She's a
to
monster!
JRPGs.
The truth is that people will always doubt, hate, and reject.
That one was kind of a breakout for them, right? I feel like that got a little more mainstream than that.
Definitely. I bet people who are watching it are like, yeah, hell yeah. And it's just like flashing
All
lights and
differences
flying colors.
must be erased. Once there are no differences, there will be...
Wow, that's this year. Damn.
Kenobi. I know DLC.
Oh, is this
What we
Star
call
Rail?
destiny is neither visible nor
Or,
tangible. Yet,
no, this
it is
is
as certain as the collapsing and converging of the past and present.
I think this is just
I called out
Hoyoverse
to
in
you
general.
and you came.
Oh, okay.
The future is like a labyrinth. Every divergence is merely an inducement. There is
Pretty
only
sure all these
one
games are built on
real
Unity too.
path.
Yep. Let me check. Star Rail. It is all Unity. Wow.
You and I are each other's destiny.
Hey, Beth Vegas!
October 11th.
Having a great time?
For
I
Star
hope
Rail.
you're all ready for the Foam Stars Open Beta Party!
The big Square Enix news that we wanted to see. Excellent.
The Foamtastic 4 vs 4 Party!
Spicy beats!
Use
Got it.
foam and knock
Not
out the
Splatoons.
opposition! 2 insanely fun game modes! Smash the star!
Wait,
Defeat the
if
star
memory
player
serves,
to
I'm pretty
win.
sure the buzz around this after the
Oh,
Keeley
everyone
event was
loved
like
it.
good.
Happy Bath Survival!
Did you lose
Dominate the
feed?
arena in
I
teams
lost
of
feed.
2 with
I'm
support
still
from
on it
your
right now.
allies on the outside.
Okay.
And a happy bath survival.
I'm locked up on Smash the Star. I'm going to
8
reload
unique characters hit the
Got
stage.
the characters now. Soa,
Agito,
Agito.
Tonics,
It's okay. You don't need to update.
Jet Justice,
Well, you don't want to know about
Melty.
Melt Tea?
the Baristador,
Oh, stream's back up.
Raid Breaker,
The Baristador.
and Win.
Okay, all of those names were top
We'll
tier.
see you at
Damn
the
it.
Foam Stars
Yeah,
Open
that was
Beta
pretty good.
Party.
And that is also starting in a little bit over 2 weeks.
We've been having a blast with Foam Stars, and we can't wait for you to get your hands on it. The open beta kicks off later this month. Before we wrap up, Square Enix has one more update for us today. They're hard at work on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the ambitious follow-up to the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's see what's in store for one of next year's most anticipated games.
Okay.
The world's ending. At least, that's what everyone's saying.
This sky, I don't like it.
Ready to fire, sir. Welcome to the New World Order.
That looks so good.
Fire!
Yeah.
Just close your eyes and listen.
parade.
Tell me you can't hear that. Her rallying cry.
Planet runs out of energy. It and everything on it dies.
We can overcome our fate.
Am I the same as these monsters? Am I even human?
Okay.
Reactor
We're looking
flashback.
for Sephiroth. Think you can find him?
Oh, Sephiroth. You see.
So you heeded the call too, did you? What are you talking about?
As you can see, your brothers down there are having a little get-together.
Vehicle. Chocobos.
You're our best chance of
Segway.
Yeah. I ask because I suspect there's soldiers suffering from cellular degradation.
Do not be deceived.
Stigma.
You know the truth. Trust in me.
Sephiroth!
Come on!
This looks so much better than the last time they showed it.
On me.
Ooh, Alexander. Yo, that rhythm game dance sequence was a highlight.
The Chocobo. Oh my god, this.
Yo, Chocobo racing was awesome.
They're doing everything.
Excuse me. Could you look after my friend? Just for a bit.
How was she able to hold up that hunk of meat?
A weapon?
Tutelary creatures, set only to appear when the planet is in grave danger.
Who dares disturb
Oh,
my
boy.
slumber?
Is that the emerald
It's
weapon?
upon us. The reunion.
Vincent Valentine.
When worlds merge. I'm waiting, Cloud.
Put a date on that bad boy.
February, leap day.
There it is.
They still keep trying to hype up that it's 2 discs when that's just not how
We
games
hope you
work
enjoyed
nowadays.
that new look at Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's coming to PlayStation 5 on February 29th. And that's all for State of Play. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I'm gonna say something. Oh god, mute it. I think that might be like maybe the best State of Play that I've seen.
I think it was good.
Yeah.
But really, like, I'm just saying that because I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I think that there was nothing really else in there for me specifically.
Sure. Like, I thought it was great seeing Resident Evil 4. The Ada Separate Way stuff looks great. Spider-Man, that was the most excited I've been from a trailer they've shown for that game so far. 7 Rebirth looks incredible. Beyond that, like, I think the Helldivers looks fun. You know, I was a little worried because it was like going third person that it would like get too close to like just all the endless looter shooters that we get, but
yeah,
it seemed like it still had some of what I found fun in the original. And yeah, it moved at an alright pace, I guess. I think the expectations for me were just like so low because they did not imply that it would be like any first party stuff at all. And between Resident Evil and then Final Fantasy, which are huge for me, and then Spider-Man also. And I feel like I'm forgetting something, but yeah, I thought it was good. Didn't waste much time. Solid show.
There was Far Cry Pandora.
Oh, true. I love Avatar, so that's just another win.
Yes, I really like this was your direct. They covered so much that was so like you are looking forward to this, which is excellent.
Yeah, and I mean, just compared to the competition, right? Like when I say best state of play, what is the rival there? Like,
yeah,
the one where they re-revealed Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is great. There was one that they did before, like the first E3 they skipped, and there was a 10-minute Death Stranding trailer, which I loved. But like,
yeah,
and there, I think last year or 2 years ago, one of the COVID summers, there was I think it was last year, the Resident Evil 4, Street Fighter 6, and I think Final Fantasy 16 state of play that was really good. But yeah, solid. Better than their showcase from earlier this year, I think, personally.
Yeah.
Marathon was cool, but like outside of that, I don't know.
Yeah. I think Marathon's going to be one of those ones that like releases and then it goes by and then everyone forgets about it pretty quickly.
Yeah. And for me, that was the highlight, but like with Fair Games and Concord and all those things, like I think those are, I would not be surprised if we didn't see those again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 7 Rebirth trailer surprised the hell out of me. That I thought they were really gonna like trim down the overworld stuff, and the fact that there's like vehicles, Cloud jumping off a cliff on a chocobo and just flying down.
I wonder how that's gonna be, because I doubt that they'd do full open world, but I could imagine them doing something similar to like that one like open air section in like 13, or even something similar to 10 and 10-2. That like they're definitely broad areas, but there's still, I don't know. It's the power of PS5. It's hashtag two discs, whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, that trailer was fantastic. That was super great, and I really enjoyed most of 16, but that was like on another level just now. That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
So, what letter grade would you give that before I put up the Twitter poll? I'm curious what you think.
I'm gonna give it a C+. I think for me, it's really riding the coattails of Final Fantasy. You know, it's C+, really bordering a B.
I'm leaning B plus, because I think most of the like standard stuff, like I said, spoke to me, like the third party things with Resident Evil, Avatar, Spider-Man, elevating it, and then further with 7, bumping it up to a plus. But yeah, solid shot. I'm glad it was not longer than that. That was a good runtime.
That was really the theme of both events today. It was just like good pacing, concise, direct info, and it hit every front.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just saw the collector's edition for Rebirth.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Well, on that note, thank you everyone for joining us. I think that Chris is about to go and strangle his wallet for as much loose change as he can get out of it to pre-order this game.
I think I might.
We have been TechRaptor. If you're interested in checking out all of the news that was covered in the direct, we've got a post for that on the site. You can check out Chris revealing to that earlier. Also on our YouTube, you can check out Chris and I chatting about the Scarlet and Violet DLC that came out yesterday, and my review for that is on the website already as well. Aside from that, continue to pay attention to TechRaptor.net for all of the best in games news, reviews, and features. Thank you very much for joining.